Hello, my name is David Kelly. I'm the team lead for Team 2 of the UCL Masters in Computer Science App Design course. This is a demonstration of our TB Risk Assessment app. The app itself is designed for use on mobile devices and tablets, but for the sake of this demonstration I am doing it on the computer because it's easier to make a recording. When you first load the app, you get a splash screen, which we can't see here, but then you get this welcome page. The welcome page gives you a quick introduction and then gives you two options, start or help. We also have a settings button and we have a main menu. If we don't want to see the welcome page every time we turn on the app, we can turn that off in the settings. So let's have a quick look at the main menu. We have a number of options. If we go to About, it gives you details of the application's data. So we took a lot of information from tstand3d.com and of course the NICE guidelines. Assuming you have internet access, you can click on that and it will open up the web page in your phone's browser. We have a legal disclaimer, the exact wording of which can be agreed. We have a help page for people who don't know how to use the app. We have a documentation page which gives details of the calculations performed by the app. We have a feedback page. The feedback page unfortunately doesn't work on the computer, but it does work on mobile phones. I have tested it. So we can send an email to the maintainer of the app using this button, or we can take a photo and upload it and send that via email to the maintainer. At the moment, I'm the maintainer, but in the future it will probably be a doctor, and this might be a good way to get information from users and to help analyze data. Okay, so without further ado, if we click on Start on the Welcome page, it'll take us to New Patient. New Patient is where we put in all the data. So you can see here we have a number of fields, menus. Anything with an asterisk is compulsory. If we leave one of them blank, we get an error message saying form contains errors, and it also highlights in red all of those things that we must fill in before we continue. So let's just do a quick, simple example. You can see here on the browser, for some reason it prints it back to front. That doesn't happen on mobile devices. So I don't know why that's happening, but it's not going to be a problem. Say that's not done. Let's say Algeria, age 19, BCG status, let's say we don't know, and close contact, no contact. So now we should be able to progress to the next screen, and we can. We have a list of conditions which have a direct bearing on the validity of the results of the test. So for this patient, we're just going to leave it all blank, and we'll go on to the results screen. And here we are, here we have the results. So the chances that this test have positive predictor value is 79%. The annual risk of developing active TB is approximately 0.079% for this person, and the cumulative risk of them developing TB up to the age of 80 is 4.82%. Because we don't have any specific medical history about this person, the NICE recommendations as printed just include general treatment information. Let's do one more, just to show you a few more features. Let's say this person has a very positive test. Let's say that's also, let's say that's not done. Let's say country of birth is Angola. Let's say they're very young, 2. Let's say they emigrated to the UK when they were 1. So you can see now we have an extra screen, which is race or ethnicity. Let's say they're black. If I just quickly show you here, if we choose a different country of birth, let's say Australia, we also get an extra menu, because for some of the countries we do have specific regional data. So only those countries where we have that will we get this extra menu. Otherwise, it won't show up and will vanish again. So let's say BCG status is never vaccinated, and let's say they've got close contact. Again, let's go ahead. Let's say they've got full-blown AIDS. I don't know if that's possible at the age of 2, but it's just a demonstration. So the chances of this being a positive test is essentially 100%. The mathematics of the TST in 3D website algorithm does produce percentages of 100% and 0%. You can see it here, that if the test result is 100%, it's assumed by the mathematics that the chance of them developing is close to 0. I suspect that's not the ideal result, but that would be easy enough to change. But as I say, that is the result as produced by the algorithm that we have. Maybe future developers could refine that to produce a more useful number there. But certainly we can see that here the risk of this being a positive test is basically certain. We still have the same treatment section down here, but now also we know they're immunocompromised, so we have that data. And we also know that they're young without a BCG, and we also now have that data. So for most of the conditions, the NICE recommendations for each patient will vary depending on their age, their vaccination status, etc., etc. Now, for a future doctor who is maintaining this application, we've tried to make it as simple as possible to edit the data. So, for example, here we can see that each country has a certain number of statistics or numbers associated with them and the name. So it should be relatively straightforward to alter this data, and the program shouldn't be affected. For the NICE guidelines, you can see these are the ones we've implemented so far, but it will be relatively easy to implement more in the future. It is simply lines of text with an ID and a text section. So again, a future maintainer should find it relatively easy to either add sections or to update sections as the information changes. And that's about it. There are a number of other features to do with error checking, which aren't of interest, I think, to the user. We also have analytics installed in the application, which simply means that we will be told when somebody uses the app and for how long they use it, but it won't give us any information about patients or about precisely who is using it. So it's entirely anonymous. It just gives us an idea of how the app is being used, and if it is being used at all. And I think that's more or less it. I hope that we've satisfied all of your requirements. The app itself should be easy to extend, so for future maintainers or developers, I believe that adding extra features or changing certain features shouldn't be a problem. I hope you're happy with what we've done. Please let us know, and Happy New Year. Bye bye. Thanks very much.